pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the FAST Renegade Cup Series live from the Colorado Motor Speedway here in beautiful Lakewood, Colorado. Hello and welcome, folks. My name is JoeTowNetwork, joining you up here in the booth tonight from the reimagined Colorado Motor Speedway. We're so glad you're joining us here tonight on JTN, flying solo for what will be 175 laps of short track racing action here with our friends at the Fast Racing League for the Renegade Pro Cup Series. Heading into the final few months of the season, all these drivers know what is on the line here tonight. Gonna be a fun one tonight from Colorado. Could have extra fun up in the stands too, if you know what I'm talking about. Cars are out there right now for some happy hour practice. We're getting a couple things situated up here in the booth that went awry here before we got on the air, so apologies for that, folks. As always, I'd like to encourage you, if you haven't already, click the like button on the video. Make sure you are subscribed to us here on JTN. Again, doing so is a huge help to what we have going on. We can't thank you enough for all of your support. Remember, you can also follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork. We are on all those beautiful platforms: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, X, if you want to call Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Again, as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN here this evening. I'll get pictures on the racetrack here in a few moments. Was hoping to take you guys for a couple of laps here. We might be able to do so still in once these drivers get out here for qualifying. Here you go. Still having some issues. Owen Fisher there in the 20 was the car you were just seeing. Nice to see him again. Kubat there in the 22. They're going to wreck him up a little bit here down the front stretch. Matt Moss in the number 15 here tonight. Here's your race preview presented by AutoSim 2. Remember, AutoSim 2 is now available on Steam. Or you see the Social Commune, Ist, and Tristan Grace tuning in here to start the night. Welcome in, you two. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Back-to-back Sunday nights with us here in the Fast Renegade Cup Series. Cars going out there for qualifying now. That's why they disappeared off of our screens after a hellacious hit there from Keith Hughes to Matt Moss. But let's go ahead, since this is a track that I know personally I'm not familiar with. I'm sure a lot of folks out there also aren't familiar with it. Let's see if we can't go on board with someone here. Try to think who's... We'll go on board with Matt. Usually pretty consistent. Now you see him taking the green flag on this lap here. And this is footage from back in practice. Curved back straightaway. Down into turn 3. You can see the rear end of this car really hanging out a little bit. There's Keith Hughes taking a swipe at him. And he's gonna get loose. Didn't get you too much, did we? And then there's the hit. But you can see a very unique racetrack here from the Colorado Motor Speedway. Again, 175 laps for tonight. Zach Rogers currently on the provisional pole. Qualifying's underway. All these drivers out there right now putting in their laps. Tim Goulet Jr. not racing here tonight, unfortunately. Sad to see Tim. Out there making some practice laps though tonight, so at least got to get some laps in. Brain fart up in my brain. I just got about a minute or so left here in qualifying. Again, folks, encourage you, if you haven't already, click the like button, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend about our streams here on JTN. Make sure if you haven't already, do that. We appreciate it if you did. Qualifying has concluded, so while I get these qualifying results for you folks at home, cars get out there on track. We'll let you get some more looks at this racetrack. There's Josh Moyers in the 68. He's going to be starting towards the back. We'll say his name later on as we go throughout this qualifying order. Zach Rogers on the pole tonight with a time of 19.658 seconds, almost a whole tenth of a second quicker than outside pole sitter, the number 9 of Randall Coleman. Row 2 is the number 5 of Oscar Ramos Jr. and the number 8 of Cody Luke. Row 3 tonight is the 7 of Tyler Stallhood and the 82 of Keith Hughes. Row 4 is the 20 of Bowen Fisher and the 33 of Jeff Goodpaster. Rounding out your top 10 tonight in row number 5 is the 30 of Bryson Miller and the 22 of Robert Kubat. In row 6 here this evening, it's the 07 of James Moore and the 31 of Gustavo Ruiz. Row 7 tonight is the 15 of Matt Moss and the 99 of Matthew Gleason. Row 8 this evening is the 70 of John Foreman and the 44 of Charles David. Last car to take a time tonight is the number 74 of Drew Fast back in 17th. Then, by random draw, the 68 of Joshua Moyers, the 6 of Tate Dorsey, and the 46 of Chad Heyer. A field of 20 cars here this evening. Hope everything's going okay, Tim. I hear you on that one. There's Chad Heyer in the 46, City Chevrolet, believe it or not. That there in the Denso number 22. Kristen, we are hoping for that. We are hoping you do not wake up underwater. That would be ideal. Davey has a job, Kristen. Davey does have a job, so I don't know why he's catching strays. Plus, you're a student, so there's nothing wrong with not having a job while you're in school, because school is your job. Although I know you're going to be going back to Chili's, so save a couple marks for me. There's Randall Coleman in the number 9, that Napa Auto Parts Chevy, smooth and steady. Is the driver of the number 9. Unlike that 30 car, that was just there was nothing smooth or steady about what was happening there with the 30. Miller. That's fine. I mean, that's fine, Tristan. He's not here, so probably not tuning in. So you're good. So weird restart zone painted on the backstretch of this track. I don't know if anyone else. There's your pole sitter, Zach Rogers in the number 19. Tracker Boats Chevy. Hey Josh, how you doing? Good luck here tonight. No, you're starting out back, man. Have fun. Always our pleasure. Drivers being called to their cars as we await the command for all 20 of these drivers to fire it on up and get ready to go racing here from Colorado. Ah, Josh, you always figure it out. You'll be fine. You got this.
Drivers, start your engine!
As there's the command and engines are fired here. Again, it's Zach Rogers on the pole. Randall Coleman to his outside. 175 laps here tonight from the reimagined Colorado Motor Speedway. Going to be a fun one with a pair of Chevys. Chevy locking out the top 5 here tonight between the 19, the 9, the 5, the 8, and the 7. Pace car is in field at the ready. A sold-out grandstands. Hope you're buckled in, ready to go racing at home. Green flag, and we're racing here from Colorado. A slow and steady turn 1 sees the 19 of Rogers clear. The 9 of Coleman heading off of turn number 2. Miller to the inside of Kubat. This a battle for the 9th position. Oh, and there's contact. The 30 around in turn number 3. That's going to bring out our first caution of the evening. Not going to be too happy there if you're Miller. Another look at it here. 22, I think, just maybe went a little too deep into the corner. The first round of a couple cars coming down pit lane. Looks like Foreman coming down. Tate Dorsey, Chad Heyer, all coming down here. So it's about a... And my fractions are not good anymore, are they? This is about a 5/8 mile oval here. It's a custom track. It's on Stunad. Do know that. I believe Colorado Motor Speedway was a real track at one point or another. See the question in chat. It's a fun little short track. We're going to go for 175 here tonight. It's about 35% of what they have the race distance in. Hi, Darren. So we should be going back green here, coming in lap 6 of 175. Hi, Tristan. Rogers with control. Coleman to the outside. Oscar Ramos there in third. Green flag, and we're back racing. Okay, then it is a fantasy track. My apologies. Oscar Ramos to the inside of Randall Coleman. This is the battle for the second position. Still battling for that second spot. Coleman all the way up next to the outside wall. This allows Zach Rogers to start to squeak away. That middle line appears to be the preferred line. Although Ramos holding tough on the inside. Coleman, big dive down into turn 1, trying to find a way to get clear of that 5. That allows Oscar to go up the track a little bit through the center of the corner. See what this 9 car does here in 3 and 4. He's clear for the time being. Ramos with one last chance to try to get to the inside. Going to get back on the throttle hard here. And will get in line. So Coleman fends off the attack for the time being. See a battle here for 8th. Good passer in the 33. Kubat there in the 22. Good passer holds on to the position. Back up front, top 3 condensing once again. Rogers with the lead. The pole sitter here tonight. Led every lap. We're only 10 in. Caution's out for the second time here tonight. Try to catch what that was. Looks like James Moore is around here. Just gets loose by himself up top. Goes around for a spin. 31 does a good job of avoiding of Ruiz. That brings out our second yellow of the evening. So second caution of the night out here, working lap 12. A reminder, we got more great race action coming up for you throughout this week. Maverick Cup Series returns, Indianapolis Tuesday night. Then the Robbie Nice's Memorial, the Talladega Superspeedway, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday. And then 1 week from tonight, FAST Renegade Cup Series action returns as we head to another Colorado track in Pikes Peak Raceway. Coverage kicking off 9 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. We'll be live from Indianapolis Tuesday. So pace car lights are out. Rogers with control coming to lap 14 of 175. Green flag, we're back underway. Coleman with a little wheel spin there. That's going to allow Ramos to try to get to the inside once again. Battle for second through 1 and 2. See Keith Hughes also up the track. That might allow Cody Luke to make the pass for position. I think we got one around. Yep, big crash here down the back straightaway. Caution going to be out for the 3rd time tonight. Maybe not big crash, but 20 car Fisher going around. 33 a Goodpaster also collected up in it. Let's get you a replay of what happens. Looking at it with you for the first time here. Fisher just looks like he gets loose, overcorrects back to the right. Goodpaster gets into him just a little bit there. Moyer's doing a great job of navigating around this one. Also saw the 99 of Gleason. Little contact there towards the end of the wreck. Nothing too bad. Let's go on board with Moyers through this one. Front row seat. Whoop! Little wreck avoidance there from Joshua. Oscar Ramos, through all that, was able to grab the 2nd spot. That's pretty insane, Tristan. You're welcome, I guess. These car lights are out. We'll go back green when we get around to the line. Rogers again with control for the restart. Working our 3rd caution of the night. And late green flag this time. Back underway we go. Ramos with a good restart on the outside. He's going to be wheel to wheel with Rogers through turns 1 and 2. Rogers aggressive, trying to get back on the gas. You saw the rear end of that race car kick out from under him. Wasn't completely confident in it off of turn 2. Dives down into turn 3. Holds on to the top spot. Ramos able to hold on to 2nd. Coleman, Luke, and Hughes, your top 5. 22 a little loose up the racetrack. Here comes Joshua Moyers to the inside of Moss. There in the 15. Now going to look to the inside of the 22, heading into turn 3. Someone that said he didn't have the racetrack figured out too much. Only probably about 10 green flag laps into the race. He's looking pretty good as Joshua Moyers, making up some time here in the field. I have a suggestion for replays as to not have the logo intermission and block. What's your suggestion? Ullman has gotten back into 2nd. We missed that pass. Apologies. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's just an expensive one, right? To where we could make it where it's 2 good computers at similar quality. Caution out here for the 4th time tonight. Kubat around in turns 1 and 2. Just the replay. Might have been one around in front, though. 22. There's a hit there late. So, fourth caution of the night out here on lap 24. Yeah, I like the idea. I just funding it is the thing that gets in the way a little bit. Our colleague here and also heads over at Fast 29, Chris Pickett, he does something similar with the multiple machines and whatnot. So, got some resources to figure it out. Just have to figure out the hardware side of it. Green flag, coming back to lap 27. Rogers able to pull away with the race lead once again. Coleman on the outside of Ramos. They stay battling side by side. Coleman with a little mess up there. That's going to allow Cody Luke to dive to the inside, heading down into turn 3. Thank you, Tim. Randall going to be able to hold on to the 3rd spot. See Moyers and Moss again battling. This for 6th. Moyers going to take it now. But it is still the Zach Rogers show up front. The 20 is in 15th. It looks like the caution is once again out here for the 5th time tonight. Gleason there in the 99. Gets loose in turn 1. Goes around. Thank you, Kendrick. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's about, I don't know, too, if you're doing commentary and doing all that bit. So it becomes a lot to have to try to manage. And then I worry about quality going down because you're already pushing what we have. But I like the suggestion. I appreciate the suggestion. I'll go back green, lap 34 when we get back around to the line. Limited sets of tires here in the FAST Renegade Cup Series, so... That's why you're not seeing these leaders kind of pit every single time. The tires are probably a little important. Maybe not enough to give up all this track position just yet. Rogers with control, coming back to lap 34. Green flag, we're back underway. Battle for second. Once again, third place car seems to be in a better spot than second place car most of the time. I'm really worried that we were already back under caution. My goodness. Battle for second. Let's watch it. Coleman goes on by. I don't know if Oscar let him go there or maybe drifted up the track, wasn't too confident in getting back on the throttle. Let's see, got anything else fun going on? Get you a wide shot here. So Zach Rogers continues with the race lead here. Randall Coleman trying to close in, trying to find a way to get around that number 19. You have to watch the pace of these cars and these leaders, but single file for the most part. You see the 30 of Miller making a pass there on Foreman. That's for 9th. Everyone else, though, single file, so keep our caution. Higher around. There goes the 99. Caution number 6 on the racetrack. Looks like the 07 also went around. Oh, the 07 got into the... That was, we joined that a little late. Let's sure we don't do James dirty here. The replay. So he just dives to the inside. I don't know if the 46 came down. So, 6th caution of the night here, lap 39, 40, whatever lap it is, 40. It's now 41. Keith Hughes, one of the only leaders to come down pit lane. Going about 7 laps. Precaution. So again, upcoming races here on JTN. Maverick Cup Series action returns Indianapolis on Tuesday. And the Robbie Nice Memorial Race with our friends over at BSR Talladega 705 Saturday night. And then Sunday, FAST Renegade Cup Series action from Pikes Peak. All of those races going to be live right here only on JTN. think we're going to be competing with the Cup Series race next week, the NASCAR Cup Series race, so that should be a fun one. Give us your second screen viewing. Rogers with control, green flag, we're back underway. No clear off of turn 2, Coleman clear with second. Never mind. Ramos to the inside and makes the pass. Battle for fourth is on as well. Moyers to the inside of Cody Luke. Oh, Randall. Oh, Randall. Oh, Randall. Caution. For the 7th time here tonight, Randall Coleman going around in turns 1 and 2. Got a little too aggressive going down into the corner. Just kept coming down the banking, stall had nowhere to go. The one angry driver number 9 coming through the field here, probably. That's why you hold the brakes, folks. So, leaders staying out once again. We'll go back green, coming to lap 50. Enter our 7th caution of the night. Pace car is in. Rogers with control. Green flag. Moyer's up the track there in 3rd. That forces Cody Luke up the banking a little bit. Ooh, Ramos. Really loose there. Good pass turn out of the inside of Cody Luke. I think Cody's going to be able to hold on to this spot since he has the positioning already. Gets back on the gas. He's clear. Watching this cluster of cars. Tate Dorsey there with the 20 of Fisher to his inside. Tate trying to make a pass work on the outside right now. Now, Tate did some refurbishments to this track too for Fast, so big thanks to him for that. Oh, Ramos is around. From 2nd, the 5 goes around. Caution out number 8. On the evening. And just all by his lonesome? You're just on the edge of control, it would appear. It's like the 30 also might have spun out towards the back of the field to try to see if Bryson Miller got any help. It doesn't look like he did. Just kind of got up by the wall. Didn't really spin out. So we'll get ready for our leaders to make their first pit stops of the night. Rogers surrenders the lead for the first time this evening, lap 53. I believe Keith Hughes going to be one of the cars staying out here to try to get some track position in that number 82. Tate Dorsey staying out. Bryson Miller's... Or Bryson... Hold on. Bowen Fisher also staying out. Matt Moss. I think he might have just come down and put some fuel in the car there. But Rogers wins the race off pit road. The car's taking 4 tires. So that gives Tate Dorsey the race lead in that Valvoline Ford. Base car is in. Green flag, and we're back underway, lap 56 of 175. Tate Dorsey able to scoot away with the race lead, and then you have a cluster here behind Ruiz in the 31. Fast there in the 74 as Hughes to his inside. Now higher to the outside of the 82. This is where things get fun, folks, when you got cars that have kind of run in different points of the field all around each other. Coleman with a power move there to get by the 31. Caution's out here for the 9th time tonight. 15 slow here on the front stretch off turn 4. See what happened to Matt Moss. I think he's just gonna end up getting loose by himself. Oh, maybe a little contact there with the 99. Oh, and Ramos, big hit there to the side of the 99. And 99 flipped down the front straightaway too. Josh, I don't know why they're all wrecking in front of you, but you're doing a great job. Welcome in, Allison. How are you? Working our 9th caution of the night. Tate Dorsey is your race leader. It is sensational. It is sensational. Green flag, we're back underway. Keith Hughes is through to thirds. He's Stallhood and Coleman battling for position. And there's Rogers in the 19 rearing his head. And Randall's around. And he collects Zach Rogers. Oh, no. Caution number 10 on the evening. And that's Randall's second contact caution. Kent gets around going underneath someone. If you're Zach Rogers, you're not too happy now. You're probably gonna be forced to use up an extra set of tires. Coleman coming down pit road. So we should be going back green next time by for lap 66. Again, working our 10th caution of the night. Alright, folks, let's not get back green. We'll go another. I think so, Allison. Got that weird hybrid Martinsville-Bristol hybrid that the Auto Club short track was going to be. Here we go, green flag, we're back underway. A lot of wheels spinning the outside line as Dorsey takes off with the race lead. Battle for second, Hughes to the inside of Fisher there in the 20. The Joshua Moyers also making his way back inside the top 5 now. Getting by fast there in the 74. Coleman is parked on pit road, it looks like. Oh, we got one around. It's the 74. Caution number 11 of this evening. We're spamming cameras. And just everyone getting loose here on entry to 1. Tate Dorsey now going to come down, make his first pit stop of the night. So, should be coming back to green here in a lap or two. Keith Hughes with the race lead. Apologies, folks, for I don't know, the lack of action here tonight. It's been a lot of self spins. A lot of self spins. Josh Moyers is currently listed 3 laps down. Don't know what happened there with the 68. Coming back to green, Hughes with control, and we're back underway here from Colorado. 100 laps to go. Three wide for third here. Caution, number 12. There you see the replay of the incident. I think Matt just... Oy vey. Tristan, I'll raise you a better question. Straight or curly hair? Or wavy, maybe, is the right word. Definitely. Trying to think what way I don't think I skew either way. How curly we talking? It's a good, like, frizzy, let's say, but not like frizzy out, like still like down. Like where there's some texture, but not, okay, alright. Again, working caution number 12 here tonight. All right, thank you for that, Tristan. Answer your question. I think I skew blonde. I think that's the way I skew. Keith Hughes with control here. He's going to try to pull this field to a green flag run. Lap 81 of 175, green flag. We're back underway. We'll do some wide shots for a little bit here. That's all I was thinking about going around there. Ooh, Moyers. Top 3 condensing once again. Ramos in an orange and black car sandwich. Oh, he's gonna really get in there. He's gonna push the 82 up the track. There'll be 3 wide for the lead here for a second. Ramos to the point. Wonder if Rogers now maybe gives the 5 a little love tab. Hughes definitely will. Rogers to the inside here through turns 3 and 4, trying to retake the lead. It's been a tough climb to get back to this point for him, to say the least. Involved in an incident earlier with Randall Coleman. Coleman now out of this race. Zach Rogers goes back to the point here at Colorado. Caution number 13. So it might be involved in the 46 again. Goes around. Oh, he's around again under caution. Keith Hughes coming down pit road. Come get 4 fresh Mr. Feel Goods. That 19 scheme does match very well on the Chevy body. Favorite band? That's a loaded question. Because it fluctuates, let's say. That's a good way to put it. Favorite band right now is... Let me think. I guess the one I listen to the most right now, right? That would be the Beaches is a good one I like listening to right now. They're an indie rock band out of Toronto, I believe. They're pretty good. I like their sound. That's probably the favorite one right now. What's your favorite band in chat? Tristan's bringing all the loaded questions tonight. Grateful Dead. Okay. I just like good music, man. That's usually my thing. I don't really have a favorite. I have like one that I'll listen to more at one point or another. Battle for the lead is on here. Working lap 92 on the restart. Ramos able to inch ahead, heading down into turns 3 and 4. Rogers has the bottom. Zach now clear back to the line. We'll have a nose ahead down into turns 1 and 2. Has to be careful not to drift up into the 5. So Zach now with the race lead. Oh, there goes the 20 and the 74. Contact into turn 1. Caution out. For the 14th time tonight here from Colorado. Drew Fast was just a little too fast. And down into turn 1. Runs over the 20 of Bowen Fisher. Caution number 14 on the night. Yes, Tristan, I'm always having a great time. And the boot, Just need everyone to calm down. Allison, I hope you get redemption for that race last year at Indy. It'd be a good story to follow for us on Tuesday. So Zach Rogers going to have control coming to lap 100 of 175 here from the Colorado Motor Speedway. Green flag, we're back underway. Rogers clear with the race lead. Battle for second is on Foreman to the inside of Ramos Jr. Saw that 70 really having to be careful there, up off of 2, trying to get back on the gas, but not make contact with the 5. John Foreman gonna, oh, he's not clear just yet. See what he can do here down in 1 and 2. Ramos puts the squeeze on him, and the 70's gonna go around. Caution for the 15th time tonight as battle for second was ongoing there between the 5 and the 70. So we talk about putting the squeeze on him, set it there live. Let's watch the replay from high above. You're going to see the 5 is just going to get right on his door. No contact. I didn't really get right on his door, but it's just... Bottom of 1 and 2 has been a trouble spot for a lot of drivers tonight. John Foreman not immune to it. See if any of these leaders elect to come down pit road here. Would put them about good on fuel. Make it to the end of this race. See the 15 comes down. Fake Racers podcast is available over on Track and Turf Media. Go check it out. Have another off week this week, so we will be back after Richmond next weekend. Again, make sure you go check out Track and Turf. Also, the Track and Turf Truck Series this week. Davey, I don't know, is it live this week, or is this one of the... It's going to be one of the off weeks. There's no live broadcast. Davey will be able to answer that question. Yeah, Austin's house did go underwater. Davey will be streaming over on D7H5 with an ER at the end on Twitch. Zach Rogers with control coming to lap 107. I forget if that was 14 or 15. Green flag, we're back underway. Battle for third between Tate Dorsey and Cody Luke. Cody on the outside, Tate on the bottom. Tate's had a pretty solid night so far in this number 6. Battle for fourth there between Cody Luke and Joshua Moyers. Moyers starting to apply some pressure there in that AMD Chevrolet. Moyers now facing pass attempt from Goodpaster there in the 33. As Tate Dorsey's gotten through into second. Zach Rogers, though, setting sail in the race lead now. That's fixed setup, Allison. Fixed setup. Alright, we have gotten singled out here. Tate Dorsey is closing in on Zach Rogers. It would be very difficult to adjust the car. Like Rogers is kind of searching around for grip right now in this 19. Don't know if Pierce Tate's closed the gap just a wee bit here the last few laps. Nothing that's going to apply any direct pressure to the 19, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Now, Tate lost a 1/10 of a second that last time around. And we got Dale Jr. running in 4th. Allison. Here comes the 6th once again of Tate Dorsey. He's closed the gap. Cut a 1/10 off last lap, and looks like he's going to lose half a 1/10 this lap. Maybe Zach's searching around a little bit. And or Tate found something. Zach now going way up the track in the middle of the corner, and then kind of doing this reverse diamond on the other end of the racetrack. And you have this, like, you have a curved entry to turn 3. Entry of 3 is a lot different than entry of 1. The caution's out for the 16th time tonight. Good little green flag run there. Expect a lot of these drivers to come down pit road. Let's see. I believe it's going to be for Tyler Stallhood. Figure out what this caution was for, folks. Oh, it was a 70. John Foreman went around. Once again. Here's the replay of it. Foreman will be out of this race. Said everyone coming down pit road, though. Race off. Rogers gonna win it, but Keith Hughes, big gainer there. Gets out 2nd. Tate Dorsey 3rd. Oscar Ramos, Josh Moyer's gaining a spot over Cody Luke, who lost a few. And Tyler Stallhood staying out. He'll have the race lead. Under 50 laps to go here from the Colorado Motor Speedway. So Tyler Stallhood going to lead us back to green here, coming to lap 131 of 175. Green flag, we're back underway. Jumbled restart there. You see a couple cars in the bottom kind of pulling out of line. And Roger's going to go away with the race lead. Gets around Stallhood. And a rivalry from over on Fuel Wednesday nights where the two were battling for the championship. The Fuel Grand National Series. Tate Dorsey also going to go through with second on the outside. So a good restart from Tate. Keith Hughes lost 2 positions there on that restart. He's fallen back to 5th. Moyer's trying to make the outside work. He'll get through for 4th. Now pulls down in front of the 82. And will start to try to work over the 7 for 3rd. Gets a chance to dive to the inside of Stallhood for the spot. That 68's going to get really loose, but he manages to save it. 74 of Drew Fast, though, is around. Caution out for the 17th time tonight. 16th or 17th. It's one of the two. Drew Fast going to be out of this race. I think that's just the case. Probably saw the car. No, he just got loose by himself. I thought maybe he had checked up because he saw the 68, but nonetheless, 74 out of this race. So only one Valvoline Ford remains. And a reminder, upcoming races here on JTN, presented by Scheme Haven, Maverick Cup Series action from Indy. Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Robbie Nice's Memorial from the Talladega Superspeedway, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday. And then the Fast Renegade Cup Series from Pikes Peak, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 1 week from tonight. All of those races, of course, live right here only on JTN. Setup might be a little loose. It's a good call. Good assessment. It says don't touch my bass on the back of the 19. It's also got a red fuel cell marker, not green. Coming back to the green flag. We're back underway here. What? 137 of 175. Battle for second. Oscar Ramos, Tate Dorsey. They're side by side. The 5's getting loose. He's up the hill a little bit. I think that's going to allow Tate to pull away. Not just yet. He's not clear. Heading down into turns 1 and 2. That allows Ramos to take another swing at him. Oscar Ramos able to now retake the second position here. Dorsey, though, not giving up there on the outside. Maybe now he does. Allison in chat asks, Joe, do you expect any big changes in the Cup Series playoff picture in the last regular season races? I don't know. I think there's a couple guys. You obviously have Daytona coming up. Michigan, I think, is a bigger wild card than people will give it credit for. It's a track that the 23 team has been really good at. They're kind of right there on the playoff bubble. The one car has also been good there. Chris Buescher, of course, won that race last year. Kyle Busch going to have to try to win a race if he wants to make the playoffs and continue his playoff streak. You know, what is Chase Briscoe, Josh Berry? They both kind of turned it up a little bit here. What can they do in these last 4 races? Berry, of course, has his career best finish at Richmond, where the Cup Series will be next weekend. But that, of course, was in the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports last year, filling in for Chase Elliott. So definitely going to be a very interesting run to the playoffs here with these last 4 races, especially knowing that these guys had 2 weeks off, where a lot of folks, it sounded like with some teams were off and then maybe not others, or maybe shop guys were off but engineering departments weren't. Definitely going to be an interesting thing to see what some of these teams came up with. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of folks pushing the boundaries heading into Richmond too, especially with the option tire this weekend at Richmond. Be a fun little experiment. Ramos starting to close in here on Rogers for the lead. I hope 43 has something. So 26 laps to go for Zach Rogers. He has a car length and a half race or lead over the 5, and then a little bit further back, about a second and a half to third place Tate Dorsey. Cody Luke sits in 4th right now in the number 8. Owen Fisher rounds out your top 5 right now in the 20. And watching the 2 leaders here with Rogers on point. Terrified every time I watch this 19 car go through turn 1, just worried if he's going to finally lose it. Jeff Goodpasser currently has the quickest lap of the race with a 19.8. I think that's about 0.2 slower than Zach Rogers' pole qualifying time. And a 19.6 in qualifying. Up there in turn 1, we stay green. Someone just went up track, looks like. Up on lap traffic, that's the 44 of David. Pokemon car gets into the wall a little bit as the leaders go on by, and Rogers is now starting to stretch the lead. Cody Luke has gotten around Tate Dorsey for the 3rd position. Something to note there. Just visibly see the pace has slowed down here too. This is the longest green flag run of the night. Saw some dirt thrown up there on the front stretch. Someone got down in it. Zach just kind of trying to run his best qualifying laps right now. But maybe not at qualifying speed. No need to push the issue. Hey, Noah. Ten laps to go at the line. How was the car show, Noah? And what was your favorite car that you saw? Caution is out here, and it's going to set up a mad dash to the finish, folks. Don't know why we have a caution. Should have acted more surprised. Oh, it was Oscar Ramos going around from second. My goodness. This changes everything at the front. Well, none of our leaders going to come down. The 5 going to have to come down. The 68 comes down as well. Don't know if there's going to be enough time for them to try to get back to the front of this field, but it's going to put Zach Rogers and Cody Luke on the front row for the restart with under 10 laps to go. Mazda B2000 on hydros. That is pretty nice. It has been really tough to beat that 19, Allison. Six will have a shot. He's gonna have to get a really good jump on the restart. So Rogers with control, 5 laps to go here from the Colorado Motor Speedway. Rogers has dominated this race. Can he dominate the last 5? Green flag, we're back underway. 5 laps to go. Cody Luke trying to hang tough on the outside, and the 20's around. They'll be racing back around here to the line. Battle is on for second. We'll get you a replay in a second. Cody Luke has the spot. Heading into turns 3 and 4, Zach Rogers going to have the race lead, and with 4 laps to go, probably going to have the race victory in hand. Let's get you a replay, though, of the incident here. What happened? It's like Josh Moyers got into the back of the 20. I think Moyers got... It's like the 20 just... either let off or was shifting. It's hard to tell exactly what happened. Outside of the 68, definitely got into the back of the 20. I think that's obvious. The 20 had to do something. And there's also one, like the 30 might have went around here. Went back to the line. I don't know, the 15 and the 33, so the 33 went across the line backwards. Alright, well, we're going to try to line up here for a green-white checkered finish. 2 laps to go. Can Zach Rogers hold on? Just a quick caution. Green flag. Stallhood with a shove there to the 8 of Cody Luke. Cody going to be more even than he was the last time, trying to get by this 19. Can Rogers hold on to the top spot? He does. He's clear down the back straightaway. Battle is on for 4th. Keith Hughes to the inside of Tyler Stallhood. Tate Dorsey right now has the 3rd spot. Off of turn number 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go, presented by Death Craver here at Colorado. Comes Keith Hughes to the inside of Tate Dorsey for 3rd. Keith's going to be able to take that spot down into 3. He does. Tate going to have to try a crossover. But out in front of the field, it's going to be Zach Rogers taking home the checkered flag here from Colorado. And we had a very close finish for 3rd. We're going to have to... And Tate Dorsey got it. Maybe. No, he did not. Keith Hughes got it. Our timing and scoring just took too long to update on the ticker. But Zach Rogers with the race win here tonight from Colorado. He's going to bring it down in front of this sold-out grandstand, and he'll burn it down for the fans here at the Colorado Motor Speedway. Very well-deserved win. So Rogers, your race winner here tonight from the Colorado Motor Speedway. We'll get results on your screens here in a few moments. Couldn't spell Colorado. Saved my life. Let's go ahead. Get those results for you. There you go. And let's go ahead and start by talking with our 3rd place finisher, driver of the number 82, Keith Hughes. Keith, you got a copy?
Yep, loud and clear.
Hey, look at that. You're better than Tate once again. How's that feel?
That always feels good. But I mean, once again, if we're honest, it's always better than Tate. Sometimes the finish position doesn't show that, but if we're being honest, it's always better than Tate.
What it looked like it was a tough time out there tonight, especially maybe being on the bottom of someone going into turns 1 and 2. What led to that, and did you have a similar experience that a lot of the drivers tonight seemed to have?
Yeah, I mean, it was just coming to the front stretch, that flag stand being right before the turn, I think leads people to kind of send it in harder in 1 and 2 than they do 3 and 4. And I kind of did that a few times too. Like you're looking at the line, it's like, oh, it's time to break. Right when you get to the line, pretty much. But yeah, it was pretty fun. In practice, I spent the first like 10 minutes self-spinning every first lap, so it took me a while to get used to the track. But after a while, I kind of picked it up. But that's pretty fun.
What's obviously the backstretch had that curve to it. What were maybe some of the subtle differences between entry to 3 and entry to 1? You know, excluding what you said there with the start finish line being close to entry to 1.
You can kind of drive it straight down into 3. 1, if you hit the brakes a little too hard, it'd come out from under you, or you could skip the tires into the turn and lose it up the track. It was a challenging track, but I had fun. I wish I had a few more laps at the end there, having those fresh tires against those guys on the old stuff. That'd have been fun, but didn't have enough time. But we'll take the third.
Obviously, we don't see tires. We don't see the tire issue maybe as much here at FAST with the limited number of sets. How big were the tires tonight? Because you were off strategy early on in the race. You pit before everyone else. That was kind of our contenders, let's say, for the night. You were the first of those drivers to pit, and then kind of were off sequence from the other leaders. What did the tires make enough difference where you thought that was going to work if we would have got some green flag runs in the middle portion of this race?
I think so. That long green flag run, I had saved enough fuel to make it to the end as well. And the leaders were going to have to pit again. So I think I made the right strategy call, but luck was not on my side tonight.
Fair enough. Well, Keith, a great run for you here tonight. Podium finish, 3rd place. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. You know, you got great partners on the car, great folks to shout out. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Well, thanks, Mountain Ops and Honda being on the car, and thanks my wife for letting me race. And shout out to Munchies of Thunder. We're getting ready to go run our dash race after this. It's late, but we're going to go have fun. And hopefully we'll see some of the guys that race there come over and race tonight.
Sounds good, Keith. Again, as always, a pleasure to get to talk with you after these races. Can't thank you enough for your time after this one. Good luck in that dash race, and hope to be talking with you again soon, man.
All right, see you.
Keith Hughes, driver of the number 82, your 3rd place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and next talk with the driver of the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet, Cody Luke. Cody, you got a copy.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, long time no talk. How you doing? 2nd place run here tonight.
I'm doing pretty good. It was a good little run tonight. A track I've never seen or heard before.
I think that was the case for a lot of drivers. What were some of the nuances that you noticed here tonight at a track that I don't think anyone had enough experience with?
Well, it kind of felt like a really, really tight Dover. Dover was asphalt, but I think you saw a lot of people spinning out tonight. I don't think the track was really loose. It was more tight than anything. It was just people. It's really hard to judge whether you're overdriving the corner or not until you're in the middle of the corner spinning out. But it's a good track. Probably one of the best tracks we've done all year, actually. One of the few tracks we can still use the brake pedal in the corner. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. And kind of surprised getting second, because in practice I couldn't get out of 19th position, and then in qualifying I just out of nowhere got 4th, and that's where I stayed.
What obviously it's a very unique layout at this racetrack, almost like a reverse Richmond maybe, but not really, because there's a lot more banking here. Kind of, I don't know. Does having a unique racetrack like this kind of lend itself to the chaos we saw tonight, or maybe some of that good green flag racing that we saw in the later half of this race?
I'd like to say the green flag racing, but I think a lot of people, since we're not totally used to, a lot of people here aren't totally used to driving tracks that require a lot of off throttle brake time. It kind of threw them off a little bit. They you saw a lot of overdriving in the corners. Hell, I drove it a few times. But it's just it's a new track. I think if we run this track for another year or two, I think people will kind of get a handle on it. It'd be a really good race. As you saw towards the end of that race, it was really good. But I'd like to see the track return. It's a good one. Kind of reminds you of Dover a little bit, just if it was asphalt, a lot tighter. But I don't know. It was a good race. I enjoyed it, minus the cautions.
Minus the cautions. Well, Cody, again, a stellar run for you here tonight. Second place finish. Again, I think it's been a long time since we've gotten to speak to each other. So good to hear you and get you back up here.
I haven't raced a whole lot this year.
I know.
outside of this league, I haven't done a lot of bomb squad this year.
What's up with that? Are you gonna go back in the fall for
Probably.
that? Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Stay tuned next year.
Stay tuned. But Cody, great result here for you tonight. Second place finish. Before we let you go, I want to give you the opportunity. Great partners, great folks behind you. The floor is yours. You know what to do.
Well, I want to thank Budweiser for unknowingly sponsoring me for all these years. Thankfully, I don't have to say we're under threat of getting sued by Teresa since it's no longer owned by her. So I can now freely run the 8. But now, thank you, Randall, for putting on the league. It's always been a lot of fun. Thank you, Joe, for broadcasting. Thank you all the drivers for a pretty good race, and I might see you guys next Thursday.
Oh, we're not broadcast. There's no season's over.
Oh, the season's over?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, that's right.
October.
See how much I've been paying attention.
I think October 10th.
See how much I've been paying attention.
Hey, you got other stuff going on. Cody,
yeah,
man, thank you for taking some time after this race to come up here and talk with us. Congratulations again on the second place result. And can't thank you enough for let me pick your brain a little bit, and hope to be talking with you again soon.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Good broadcast.
Thank you. Cody Luke, driver of the number 8, your second place finisher here tonight from Colorado. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our race winner down in victory lane, driver of the number 19, leads 138 of 175 laps. Zach Rogers. Zach, you got a copy.
138? Are you kidding me? Wow, I can't believe it, Joe. Wow, what a night, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow, what a night.
What a night.
You got to enjoy this all by yourself.
I did. What were the challenges in that first half of the race with maybe trying to get some heat in the tires and not having that opportunity?
Yeah, you had to run the bottom. Wanted to run the middle to save the tires a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just kept having caution. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to start running the bottom so I can build some heat in these things so that when we restart again, we have some heat in the tires already. Because, it was just hard to get heat in them. And then we weren't running them as hard as we were in practice. So we found that race pace. So we didn't get them too hot, but we still wanted them to get to a certain temp. Otherwise, I don't know if it mattered too much, but it was nice having that little bit of grip.
Yeah, we saw the inside, especially entry of 1 was the trouble spot for a lot of drivers tonight. Why do you think that was, and what goes into that?
Yeah, well, when I first turned some laps in practice, I noticed that if you just got on the brake really heavy and late and try to just kind of send it in the corner, the back end kind of just kicked out on you. So you had to kind of brake right at the start finish line, and you didn't really want to touch the top of the top groove if you were on just restarting. The top groove was very slippery, and but you just had to back up the corner from the start finish line, be very smooth turning the wheel into the corner, and just have a little bit of gas in while you were braking in, and it set the car really stable. If you had too much gas with the brake, or you were just straight up braking, I'm guessing that's why a lot of people were having problems. I watched a lot of guys in practice try and figure it out, try to help a few guys. Once I told some guys to brake at the start finish line, it seemed to help a couple of them out.
What obviously dominant performance here tonight. When that second to last caution comes out, when Oscar's trying to find a way to get at least to your bumper there, what starts going through your mind? And then, resetting there mentally for a 5-lap dash and then having to do it again 2 laps later for a 2-lap dash. How tough is that?
Well, the first thing I thought when I saw him spin, because it was the second time he had spun, was what an idiot. But man, he about shipped Keith out that one time. But yeah, I was just like, okay, how many people are going to pit? Because when we ran Indy a few weeks ago, we had the same thing happen. We had like an 8-lap green flag run, and then I was like, I really don't want to pit, because every time I pit at the end of one of these fast races, a ton of people stay out, and I don't quite get back to the lead. I get like second or third. So I was like, well, same thing as last week. And I knew it was tough to pass because I had gone up from the back after Randall took me out early on. So I was just like, okay, we'll see who stays out. And thankfully, a good amount of people stayed out. And Josh made the mistake right there on the first restart. And that pretty much just sealed the deal. Just needed to get off the line good on the final restart. And we were gold medal, baby.
Well, good run here tonight, Zach. Congratulations on the dominant race-winning performance here from Colorado. Before we let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. Great-looking race car, great partners, great folks. Shout out. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah, I got to shout out my painter, Cody Lamas, for the great paint scheme. Love winning races and cars he paints. These things are beautiful, and happy to give his work some exposure too here, especially here on JTN. Thank you for coming out and broadcasting. I wish you had someone with you. I was about to parachute my way to the booth if we got taken out early to help you out up here, but I'm sure you did fine here by yourself. So thank you so much for broadcasting. Hoping to get to talk to you again next week. Got to thank Randall for putting the league on. Got to thank my boy Tyler Salhood over on Wednesday nights for fuel. We're in our off season right now, so enjoying the break on Wednesdays. I also want to shout out Rolling Thunder Gaming. I'll be racing over there tomorrow night for a championship. We'll see how it goes. It's Michigan, so should be fun. You know, you can't go wrong with a good Michigan race, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd like to thank my great personality and totally no ego at all. You know, I mean, what would I have done if I didn't finish in first place, Joe? I just don't know how I could live with myself if I didn't get the win. You know, it'd be the end of the world. So, you know, I had to live up to my own set expectations, and I couldn't let myself down, you know.
Fair enough. Well, hey, Zach, big win here
That's
tonight.
called sarcasm, baby.
Congratulations.
You don't like it, suck it.
On the victory here tonight from Colorado. Always a pleasure to get to talk with you after these races. Can't thank you enough for letting us inside that brain of yours. And yeah, hope to be talking with you again soon.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Zach Rogers, driver of the number 19. He's a rambling man sometimes, but he's a race winner here tonight from Colorado. Did you like that, Zach? Did you like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. He'll go celebrate that victory, folks. We can't thank you enough for tuning into JTN here tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe, follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, X, whatever it's called now. Remember, the next time we're live, Maverick Night in America returns from the... Maverick Night in America returns from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on JTN. But folks, with all of that being said, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for myself, I'm Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
3 wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up, off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checkers out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back.
No.
The wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big hit. RJ Bishop. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Ricky
big
J,
wreck.
big crash into the wall.
Oh,
the leaders
no.
have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard in the wall.
Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is jumped.
Through the north chute they'll go. The 24's into the wall, almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry into turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact around. Napick goes on through the flip. Rich Napick's going to win the Culver Bluff 200 in thrilling fashion.